Let's do this. All right, we're live. We're live. We're doing it live. There's a comedian I was watching the other night. He goes, "We're having a good time. We're having a good time." And I'm starting to use that too, and it's annoying my wife. But we are live, and we're having a good time. We're going to. It's toasty in some of these areas, so that we're in, and the power's not doing awesome in some of the areas that we're currently sitting in. So bear with us if we lose a person or the stream goes down. Hey, we're doing the best we can with brownouts and blackouts. Um, but let's get to it because we're going right into our next arc. But I'm gonna have Michael talk about that because that's his brainchild. But welcome everyone, and I'm gonna move this right over to you, sir. All yours.
All right. Hello and welcome to the Coldest War, a nightmarish journey through the intersection of crime, espionage, and madness, straight to the rotten heart of the American dream. This episode is part one of our fourth arc. The arc is entitled Valhalla, and this episode is entitled Run Through the Jungle. So I'll go around and do a quick recap because it has been a little while. But let's go ahead, real quick, meet our players. Maybe because it's been a little while, a quick update on how your character is feeling, how they're dealing with the fact that they've just been teleported to an entirely different continent,
No
and
long
that
rest for us.
no, it's up to you if you want to. Well, we'll see if you can. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's go ahead and meet the players and the characters, starting with Nick.
Unmute. Hello, I'm Nick, and I'm currently running with no power and ambient light. So, wee. Um, yeah, but I'm playing Zai, the psychic sorcerer, and right now, I'm. He's not entirely sure what to think about this. Um, he's it's possible that like this entire like being thrown into the oh wait no he heard that his personal mission is actually in this general area, so yeah.
That's right. Vicot sent you here to find Jarrus and free him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Also joining us is Patrick.
Hello, I am Patrick. I am playing Agent Gabriel Carter. She's a bit upset, mainly because she's being dragged in back to the coat, and that's not something she wanted to get, tangled up with once more. But she's gonna do her best to figure out what is needed of her in this moment.
Very cool. Next up, we have Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat. I am playing Lambda 18, a government experiment from birth. We have relatively recently found out that she's almost definitely a clone and had 9 identical siblings, all of whom she absorbed at some point. So that's fun. That's a fun revelation for everybody, I'm sure. She's not doing so well. The various ghost arms that come out of her and rip everything around her to shreds did emerge. But thanks to Agent Carter's little device that Lamb still kind of doesn't know about, although when they kind of lured the eye shot most recently. At any rate, caused it to stop. And we were teleported somewhere else. And, well, we'll see what happens there. At the moment, she is still surrounded by the arms when we're beginning this.
All right,
Horrible ghost arms.
we'll pop right into that. In just a moment, we'll um, enter in a very dangerous media res. And then rounding us out, honored to have him here. Of course, honored to have everybody here. It is Marvin.
Hi, I'm Marvin, and I'm going to be playing Sergeant Raymond Dowd, former Army Sergeant turned cyborg super soldier. And it's very much messing with his head, having flashbacks to his time in Vietnam here and there, not even discerning what's reality or What's the past? Did that happen? Did that happen? Who are these people? Am I back in Nom? Who knows? It's Dowd. The dude's got issues.
I gotta say, I think all of these characters have some major issues. A lot of those issues came to the forefront during your investigation in Italy, searching for Captain Howard Tolliver Cross, a rogue CIA agent with some kind of disastrous plan for the country and the world. While investigating Cross, you guys discovered his allies, a collection of assorted Nazis and fascists who were using a technique known as the strategy of tension, which involved creating a horrible terrorist attack, blaming it on another group, maybe a leftist group in this case, and then using that as an excuse to, using the chaos that stirred up as an excuse to further their own horrible ideological goals. Thankfully, you guys uncovered this plot to use a chemical weapon, biological chemical weapon known as Heaven's Tears on Venice. You stopped it, and then you tracked some of the fascists to an old abandoned facility in the hills of Sicily. In a nasty battle, you defeated the so-called Frog Prince, the guy who was leading this Italian fascist group. His ally, this sharp, scarred Nazi Hexen commando by the name of Dietrich Danziger, was badly wounded, but he was able to escape just as you guys were teleported by the alien god Vikot, the creature that was worshipped by the cult that Agent Carter once infiltrated. You were teleported away from Sicily into some sort of jungle. Dowd doesn't know what jungle it is, but he knows better than all of you that at least it's not Southeast Asia. It's different from that. And that is where we'll pop right in. So you guys have materialized in a clearing. You're all feeling pretty sick, like your organs are all jumbled together. The nausea is very real. And the strangeness of your surroundings starts to kick in. This like tropical birds, this heavy jungle vegetation scent. Right now, you guys are in a clearing. You can see through through sort of a screen of trees. You can see this deep, muddy river, speckled with rocks and occasional crests of white, flowing on past. It's getting close to night, so shadows are near, and all those jungle sounds, the birds, the howls, the growls of animals of a totally wild place are just all around you. And as the shock starts to wear off, you notice something's going on with Lamb. So, Lamb, would you like to narrate, like, how is your character transformed?
Well, at the end of the last game, I think her arms actually went off post the teleportation. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. So, I mean, it has just happened that Carter used the device to control that. But instead of them completely disappearing, instead it wraps around her head. And she pauses for a moment. From your angle, you can only see her from the back, and it almost looks like some sort of sphere has surrounded her head. And then she just kind of jerks up into the air, still not facing towards any of you, and plants begin to explode around her. Like the arms begin tearing through the underbrush looking for something frantically. Because the arms are still up.
Thankfully, everybody is out of the way, so nobody's in danger of getting hit with those arms. Like I know her, it was sort of triggered and was causing problems at the end of last game, but everyone's out of the way now.
Yeah. These aren't the arms that these are the arms you're used to seeing her fight with, the two ghostly arms that come out of her back. Well, you've seen more than two emerge. Like she tends to project a lot of them, but she kind of has her two main ones. But right now, from the angle you see her, you still haven't seen her face, but it's almost like her body is dangling out of this orb as the arms are like pulling through the underbrush trying to find something.
Can we see what they're trying to find?
It's unclear. But I mean, her body is incredibly limp, like not moving. For what it's worth, the orb is moving a lot.
Hey, Lamb, you okay over there?
You hear a voice, and only you can hear this voice. Every time I've ever tried to communicate with any of you, none of you can even hear me. So what's the point?
Well, we can hear you now.
And at that point, the orb turns around and you can see the front of the astral visage. It looks very much like a porcelain mask, but underneath the mask, there are two baleful eyes sort of emitting a purple glow, and the mask is cracked away on the side of her bad eye so that you see what looks like a monster's face underneath with enormous gnashing teeth.
There's an instinct where my hand almost goes to my holster, but I stop.
Where am I? And all of you hear this, and it's very loud.
We don't know.
Okay, well, I need to find my body and get back inside of it.
What do you mean?
And then she begins tearing away at the underbrush again.
Which body are you referring to? Because Lambda 18 is dangling right there.
The visage turns back and like kind of feels below itself with the astral arms. Okay, that's very weird, and I don't like this. I don't like that this is happening.
Is there anything we can do?
Yeah,
I
gotta be
don't-
some way.
I don't know. This hasn't particularly happened before. And the mask itself is slightly translucent, so you do see Lamb's face just barely underneath the monster.
And
But
I'm
the
guessing-
monster is what's talking.
Okay, Lamb's not phased. It basically looks like they're unconscious.
Right.
So, Lambda.
Sure.
I don't know anything better to call you.
No, Lambda's accurate. I'm still me. I'm just...
Are you Lambda 18 or are you something else?
I'm me, but I'm also my imaginary friend, but I'm also my hunger.
That explains literally nothing, but I'll go with it. Look, I'm not a smart person. I shoot guns. That's what I'm good at.
You're you, but you're also that, but you're also your hunger.
Right.
What?
I was
that?
trying to eat because my food got taken away from me, and I was trying to find something else to eat. And then you did something.
We try to get you to stop.
Yeah. And I think Dowd was like near the initial explosion, right? Because I think he got damaged in
He
that.
did get damaged in that.
Yeah.
He moved away though, as I recall.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe Zai and Dowd were in the immediate area.
I don't think Sai took any damage, though. I think it was just not
took a
from
little
Lambda.
bit. Well, okay, maybe it was.
I took some hits in that fight. That's how I know my damage was from.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I took hit somewhere. Anyways,
Yeah. I mean, there was a fight beforehand, like Lambda's also
Yeah.
injured.
Yeah.
true. Well,
I just want to stress how disconcerting this face is, though. This isn't like a pleasant little happy.
No,
moment
yeah,
here.
yeah.
This is some Cinnabite crap going down.
Yeah, but I've seen a lot of shit. I'm
It's true.
generally pretty cool under pressure.
Okay, so I'm attached to me.
Mhm.
Yes.
I don't suppose any of you are just completely miserable and want to die.
No, I
Can't
like living.
Can't say that I am.
Oh, I wouldn't exactly call this a spectacularly good life. Would like to go back one day. Not like I got a choice.
Yeah, but
Well.
I think they're asking if you want to die and not to not live.
Right. There's a little thing inside all of you that I can see, and that's what I eat.
Got it.
What would that little thing be?
I mean, look, I have to kind of filter things that I understand from when I'm awake, but it layman's terms, a soul.
A soul.
Yeah. I tried to direct waking me to like get the soul out of that one doctor, but she pulped his heart instead. It's
Hmm.
really hard for her to target properly because she can't see, or I can't see. I mean, I'm me. There's not like
Mhm.
two different people. It's just there's wake and asleep. You get me?
Think so.
Some real Doctor and Jekyll Hyde stuff going on here, but yeah.
I mean, sure.
I mean,
There's
mhm. would there be
just I'm hunger.
would there be like
Weird.
a role we can make to understand all this?
Hmm.
I mean, she's explaining it as well as she can.
It
Right,
sounds
yeah.
pretty clear to Carter. Carter's like, I get what you're putting down. I'm just trying to relate to it in my own way.
Yeah.
Look,
Oh,
something triggered me when I was very young and I got to eat a lot. And occasionally somebody would be stupid and wake me up and then I would get to eat again. And then they kept me very isolated and they kept me very hungry.
They might have kept you hungry because they didn't know that you needed a different type of food.
Maybe. At any
Benefit
rate,
of the doubt.
Here, Carter, give me a history check as this kind of situation is going on.
Only a 13.
Okay. I think with that, you realize, like, you remember George H.W. Bush talking about the machine that can like stop or start lamb seizures,
Yeah.
and you seem to realize that it was sort of created, for her control, and you sort of get the idea that like maybe this was what it was created to control. It was sort of like, it's either the seizures happen or this entity feeds. It's sort of like one or the other. And the agency, the Hermitage, preferred the seizures.
Got it.
So they made the device that you have.
Cool. Locking that away, filing that away, not saying anything.
so all I'm saying is if one of you is really, really sad and just, oh no, I don't want to live anymore, then I can help with that. Like so easily.
No, I've got a mission that I need to complete.
Okay.
Yeah. Would it be possible? And I know that you're hungry, and it is cruel of me to ask this, but could you? How to put this in a way that doesn't sound completely disrespectful and messed up? Could you put yourself back in the cell and let Lambda 18 be back in control, like have the body again?
I don't know how to do that.
Got it. Just asking.
I don't know how I manifested and how you're hearing me now, to be honest. It's very weird. Usually I'm just a giant mass of arms.
Right.
It's easier to hunt that way, and I can pull out a lot of the very small things inside of animals, and that kind of gets me not hungry for a bit.
Could we help you find some animals?
Where's my dog?
Good question.
That's a good question. Did
I
the dog get transported as well?
The dog was not. The dog is safely back in Italy, in Sicily, with like the film crew with Wampus and everything. So the dog is not present.
No, don't let
Dog's
the
in
dog-
Sicily right now.
I believe Vakote only sent what he thought were the important things, and not was actually really important.
Okay, I don't understand all of your alien stuff, by the way.
Look, you're preaching to the choir because this is hard for us.
I mean, I didn't realize that I had the powers of an alien until kind of recently. So I just thought he was an imaginary friend.
I've known Vakote was an alien since, well, my first encounter with him.
Gosh darn extraterrestrials now. Still don't believe it myself.
I mean,
He They're pretty good at what they do, unfortunately.
Okay, so why are we in a jungle? I don't understand.
I
Because
teleported here.
yeah,
Yes.
and from what I can tell, this is where my friend is.
Cool. And your friend just didn't want me to eat a Nazi. That seems really unfair. If there's anybody that I feel like I should be allowed to eat, it's a Nazi.
Yeah, that was
No, agreed. Totally agreed.
And the monster
That-
is visibly drooling at the idea of like getting to eat somebody.
no, I understand. That actually might have been my own decision. I thought putting up the darkness was helping, but it seemed to help him escape. My bad.
Understand the consequences.
If
Yep.
you really want to make it up to me, you could let me eat you.
We kind of need Zai alive, and I think Lambda 18 might not be very happy about that.
I'll just justify it as a dream once I'm awake.
Then you'd really have to get rid of all of us to justify it because we'd all be here.
That is a really good point.
Not saying you should do that because it'd be a terrible idea, because otherwise you'd be stuck in a jungle, and together we can figure out what's going on with Zai's imaginary friend / alien, and let's be honest, there's probably bad people watching over this entity, and you can eat to your heart's content of them.
That sounds good. I'm gonna eat that bird over there, and one of the
Go for
arms
it.
just lashes out and hits a bird, and the bird just drops dead out of the tree.
Oh
Slight
man,
flinch.
Toucan murdered.
No, not Sam.
Sorry guys, sorry kids. Toucan Sam's dead. All right, so
Yeah, that's the bird.
as Toucan Sam breathes his last, or actually, Lamb, think that's kind of like a good point to sort of move on, or
Yeah, no, that's fine. I think you've gotten the idea of what the monster's about.
Awesome.
Oh,
all right. You guys hear the rumble. I'm gonna let it get a little bit darker. You know, we're trying to save power over here in poor California, suffering from this heat wave. So, as this toucan dies, you guys hear the rumble of an engine, and an old military jeep with like the engine is complaining, erupting, crackling, just comes roaring down through the trees. It's like bouncing, going over roots, totally out of control. It drives like straight into one of these trees, just mashes up its hood. Steam starts leaking out. You do see there's like one person inside, this kind of middle-aged, sort of graying fellow wearing like just kind of a shabby, tattered suit coat. He is like, he looks like he has a mustache that was once neat, but now his face is covered in stubble. And just by looking at him, you can tell that he has been tortured. Like, I don't really want to go into details, but he has experienced torture. And he's wounded, he's hurt. He's kind of like, he like slumps over the destroyed car, which is now steaming from the hood. Just like looks over at you in just total confusion and starts
thank
to
you,
kind of, like,
Jesus. And she just goes goes straight at this guy.
and starts to
eating.
like creep out of the Jeep. Okay.
Wait,
Hold on there,
What? I
Lambda.
prayed for food, and food is here. It's time for me
This
to
is
eat
not
now.
food. We don't know
Not
what
yet.
this is.
not yet. Let's find out who he is and what he's doing here.
Turns out to be hostile, then you can eat him.
I eat him now.
Gotta wait a little bit.
You can't just eat random people.
Sure, I can. It's really easy.
Hey, if it expedites a mission.
Let me rephrase that. You shouldn't eat random people.
Oh, okay. Well, that's totally different.
He looks up at you and is like starts speaking in Spanish. I don't know if you guys speak that particular language. Oh, Zai, you do?
Yep. Zai
Okay.
is of Spanish descent, so
All right, awesome. Yeah, so he's speaking Spanish with an accent that is not maybe a little unfamiliar to you, I would say.
okay. Yeah, I'm trying to. I never really established like what Spanish speaking country he's from.
Oh,
Or
totally.
his, yeah. Well, not from, but his ancestors are from.
Right. You can still understand it.
Yeah.
but he doesn't sound-
Yeah. So,
he's like totally confused. He's like, I must have died and gone to hell. surrounded by a bunch of demons.
Not exactly, friend. Or what do I call you? Who do I call you?
My name is Contreras, Victor Contreras, professor for what it's worth.
Professor Victor Contreras.
Sai, ask if I can eat him.
What is that demon saying?
In her mind, she hears not yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna look over and I'm gonna help him up to have a more like a seem like a sitting position, and as I do so, I'm going to expend 5 points of lay on hands to heal him a little bit.
All right. So again, how does that look like as some of Vicot's energy courses through him?
It's almost like a soft, like kind of soft, like bright white light, almost like you like being like hit with like a flashlight. So that it would be like disorienting if it caught you directly in the eye. But as I'm doing this, I'm trying to essentially have it flare behind him out of his view as best I can.
Yeah, he suddenly starts like feeling a bit better. Some of his wounds kind of close up. He sort of straightens up a little bit and looks around, and he's like, "Well, maybe there's angels amongst the demons."
Something like that. Where are we?
You like, what do you mean? Where are you?
This is obviously. Are we in South America? Are we in Spain? Where are we?
For a bunch of demons, you guys seem extremely confused. You are in the formerly Republic of Balboa, currently under the dictatorship of President Mondragon. So, I suppose I should welcome you to Balboa, or what's left of it.
Okay. Player isn't knowledgeable on Balboa.
Okay, don't. Balboa is a fictional country, so
Okay.
I'll say this: it is not a real place.
Okay.
He's like, right now we are in some patch of wilderness nearby a tributary of the Amazon. It is uninhabited as far as I know. Behind us, closer to the mountains, is hell on earth, which I have escaped.
Well,
and apparently died in the escaping, and now I am walking amongst you ghosts.
no, you're alive, but it's kind of complicated. With that, I will switch over to English, and say, apparently we're in the country of Balboa.
Okay.
He responds in like perfect English.
Oh, you speak English.
I am a professor of English, yes.
What a
Good to know.
coincidence.
That could have really saved a lot of time. Hey,
It could have.
mister, can I eat you now?
Can you eat me?
Yeah.
Say no.
No, I have just survived the jaws of one beast. I have no desire to leap into another. Thank
Oh
you.
no, I don't eat you with my mouth. I just reach into you and pull your soul out, and then I add it to the souls.
My soul, tarnished and dirtied as it is, should remain uneaten as long as I can help it. So I thank you not to partake.
Tarnished and dirty is like makes it spicy.
Hey, can we talk about this afterwards?
Please.
Okay.
And you just see that Carter kind of turns around the shoulder and is giving Lambda a death glare.
The monster smiles at you. Like
Contreras
super
says-
innocently. Like they're actually really looking forward to the talk.
Whoa, an innocent smile. Okay, Contreras says, so I take it you don't know what you're doing. You are lost. I take it you're lost.
Well,
Unfortunately,
we arrived
so.
here on
Yeah.
particular
Well.
circumstances.
I suppose that makes us allies. Because if you're caught in this area, in Valhalla's area, they will take you prisoner. They'll kill you if you're lucky. If not, you'll be like me, one of the many prisoners in Fortress Valhalla. And there the King of Hell will have his way with you. So, because we're allies, I'm escaping, and maybe you can help me. I do have a way out, and I'd be glad to share.
Right. Does the name Righteous Colony mean anything to you?
He visibly gets upset. He's like, the Righteous Colony is a big part of Fortress Valhalla. That's where that's what the King of Hell calls home.
Shit.
That's his kingdom.
I feel like we're burying the lead on King of Hell. Who's the King of Hell? I mean, other than like Lucifer or Mephistopheles.
The King of Hell. I assure you, he's nothing so. He makes those look virtuous. His name is Dr. Heinrich Hellstrom. He was a doctor, an apprentice doctor, during the war for Nazi Germany, where he got his taste for the mutilation of human beings, as well as a penchant for the mystical. After the war, he transformed that. He gained a group of followers, the orphans, the widows, those whose souls were shattered by the carnage that came with the end of the war. He brought them here. He signed a deal with President Mondragon. He gets to live out his fantasies in the Righteous Colony, while his followers do their strange research, and he himself applies all of the horrible lessons he learned to those who try to stand up against President Mondragon, which is what I, in my foolishness, tried to do. And so I found my way to Valhalla. And now I'm the only one, as far as I know, who's escaped, who's made it this far.
So they're bad torture people, right? So
And Nazis.
Yeah, well, Nazis are bad torture people, aren't they? I don't quite know
Usually.
everything I know when I'm awake, but that seems right.
Yeah.
So that's like a buffet, basically. Like I'm good to eat all of those people. Like, no, I mean, not the ones being tortured. Obviously, I'm not some sort of monster. But
yeah, he kind of raises some eyebrows at that.
Let's put it this way. If we run into people who try and attack us and try and kill us, you can eat them.
Okay, but what if I find somebody that's being like all tortury and stuff and doesn't try to attack me? Can I still eat them?
Yeah.
If they're
They're a
physically,
Nazi.
yeah, if they're physically torturing someone else that seems innocent, then sure.
Okay.
Professor Contreras is like, you would turn against you would stop Valhalla and stop Hellstrom.
Well,
To get
it
us
seems
out of
that
there.
Valhalla has someone that I want to find.
It just might. I saw my cell, the barracks, a few places when I was passing through. So there's much that I didn't see, but that might be true. There's certainly there's so many of us in there.
They stand out. You would know them.
Understood. Well, if you would help turn against Valhalla, thank you. We can't do it from here. You seem, well, just like poor people who appeared in the jungle, and I barely escaped. We can make it. There's an old radio station, an old outpost down the river a ways. We can go there. I might be able to summon help. There's somebody who, according to rumors, various resistance groups that I, was partly involved in. There's somebody who's standing up to Mondragon and those like him. We can contact her. Maybe she'll send some help. Then we can make a plan to go back there and end things for good.
Sure.
How does that sound?
Sounds fun to me.
Okay,
You get 2 big thumbs up from Monsterland.
excellent. We just have to be very careful because you don't seem like you're particularly ready for a fight. I'm certainly not. And if I've fled, I know that Hellstrom has dispatched the angels of death after me. So if we're found, they'll come after us.
Well, we just
Same.
came from a fight, so
Never
Right.
killed an angel before. Might as well try now.
Angels of Death. What exactly do they look like, so I know what to look out for?
Right. So as you're saying this, he's kind of like starting to walk closer to the river. It is getting darker too. He's like, those are a team. They are regrettably human. They're a team, a death squad. One of them is, I think, a Nazi named Danziger, some kind of a
Yeah, I
man
just
within
tried
the
to
wall.
eat him.
Now you get a chance
Oh,
to.
so you know Danziger. Wonderful.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought I had nearly killed him and that I was going to eat him, although, you know, when I'm awake, I have a really hard time seeing souls, so it's really hard to pull them out, you know. But I
Hmm.
was hoping that, like, this time out, I'd be able to fish blindly, but now I can see them.
Well, if they're after us, you might very well eat your fill. He's got a whole half dozen crew of sordid war criminals, murderers, and torturers who are part of his death squad that he calls his angels of death, loaned out for various causes around the world. Mondragon employs their services quite often. Um, okay, so as you're moving along the river, you guys do hear rotors in the air. You see Professor Contreras like freaking out a little bit, and you guys do see in the distance, Dowd, you recognize the sound right off. You see like a trio of like American-made helicopters that are sort of like buzzing over the forest, and Contreras is like, "Ugh, they're searching for me. We got to find some way to hide or distract them or something."
Ooh, look at the helicopters.
I'm
And
gonna
at
try.
that,
We
like,
just don't want the helicopters to look at us.
right. And at that, like, the glowing orb around her, because it's probably been 10 minutes, the arms disappear, the orb disappears, and she falls to the ground.
Oh boy. Well,
Okay.
check for a pulse and see if she's okay.
Much
Well,
for the conversation I wanted to have.
while that's happening, I'm going to try and. All right, everybody, stay close to me. I'd say about within 5 feet of me, and I'm going to try and do a minor illusion to make it look like the rest of the forest.
Ooh, very good. Okay, let me do a roll for these helicopters. Zai, what is your the DC for minor illusion, real quick?
It is. Oh, my. It's a DC 15 investigation check.
15. I'm rolling in front of the board. Oof. I don't know if you guys are on D&D Beyond,
I am.
but
Yep.
unfortunately, they rolled exactly 15.
Okay, well
Wow.
they know there's an illusion there.
Yeah, so they're realizing something is up. You guys suddenly see a bunch of like spotlights coming from the helicopters. Dowd, usually, like from your experience, you were the ones in the helicopters. You know these are like American trained. This is like a recon force, and they've currently like spotted you. So, so what are you guys doing now?
So much for that. Run.
Is the car working or is that broken down?
Ooh, Carter, give me a, I don't know, engineering. What would it be? Well, how you think Carter would like just kind of like looking it over, or is he like trying to mess around with it?
She's probably hopping in the front seat and seeing if it turns over.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, it's not turning over. It might be able to be fixed with some repairs, but like it, it rammed right
Not
into
in
that
this
tree.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
not in the time that we have.
Mm-hmm.
In mind's eye, I thought we'd already moved past the car. I thought we were going down by the river.
Yeah, I imagine Carter just kind of hoofed it back to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't go too far.
Well, car's not working. Probably should have checked it before we left, but fuck it, run.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are going to run through the jungle.
Is Lamb conscious at this point?
Yeah, let's see how's Lamb doing.
You know what? I'm gonna make a Constitution saving throw to see if she's conscious because I don't know, and I like to have danger.
Like I said, that was
We
check
all-
with our pulse, so
She's very much asleep. I rolled a 10 altogether.
I'm gonna run over and hoist her over my shoulder, draw my pistol.
She's incredibly light. She weighs less than 100 pounds.
Yeah, I have a strength of 12. I think I can probably fireman's carry
yeah,
Lamb.
No, it's very easy to carry her. She weighs the same as a child. She's not big.
Come on, Lamb, wake up.
Okay, so you guys are just running along.
Lamb, wake
Let's
up.
do a group
I
athletics
don't like
check.
this.
Okay.
Lamb, you don't get to roll, and then Carter, you got to roll disadvantage. So see if you can you're trying to outrun the helicopters.
Or at least find
Um,
a deeper cover.
Yeah. How
Okay,
far away
you
is the copter?
Right now they're in the air above you. What are you planning to do here?
Is it within 120 feet?
Ooh, I think they are. Yeah, they're starting to kind of descend. So yeah, they can be within that.
Okay. Um, let's see. Oh, I have to see that. So I can't really see individuals on them. Can't on the copter, can I?
Hmm. Okay, well give me the athletics check. Carter with disadvantage.
Mine was a 19 with disadvantage.
Oh wow. Okay, so that's one pass.
12.
Dowd, how do you do?
Gonna use the armor of magical strength to give me +4 on this, since it's a
Nice.
strength check for me. Let's see. And whatever I got, +4. Did work. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Nat 20.
Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
on.
not in Roll20 by the way. I'm in D&D Beyond. If you guys not
Yeah.
playing Roll20 for this app, so if you want to pop in D&D Beyond, no need for Roll20 this week.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
yeah,
a
because
natural
I was
20
the
though,
only
fantastic. Oh,
I was
sorry.
the only
Go ahead,
one
Dad.
that
I cut you off
20.
there. Yeah, so one more time.
I was the only one on Roll20. Just realized.
Totally okay. I believe you about the natural 20 too, so no
Yeah,
worries.
that's why it showed up there.
Yeah, after some fancy footwork, you guys you dash along down the riverbank. Um, you head further up to this sort of kind of what's the word? Sort of like a grove of trees that are kind of pushed over a little bit. You guys duck under there, and you've kind of outrun the searchlights of these helicopters. Uh, right now it's so dark. You can see the glare of the windows. You can see their spotlights coming down, just cutting through the darkness. Oh, it's grown so dark in my room that oh, there I am.
Oh no,
Yes,
you
I disappeared
disappeared.
for a second.
damn.
Whoosh. The
You're
spotlight.
basically just a splotch at this point.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. You're gonna have to deal with the Shadow Dungeon Master.
Oh
time.
no.
Yes, the shadows. So these spotlights cutting through the shadows, but they don't stop. They don't land on you. Um, After a while, you hear the rotors fading, then they disappear. Contreras breathes a sigh of relief, and he's like, "Well, we avoided them. They might have gotten a glance at us, though. I think they'll be back."
Well,
I think by this point Lamb is awake. But I don't think it was till we got in here.
Right. So you guys are still kind of sheltering under these trees. It's totally dark outside too.
What is happening?
A long story. Helicopter searching for us. We ran. We found some cover. Your arm spoke to us.
I'm not really into that as an idea. By the way, she is not speaking with a choked voice anymore, and if you look, it's like there's a little gold collar around her neck.
That's new.
What's new?
This thing around your neck. Gold.
also, your voice isn't raspy.
Yeah, I guess it isn't. Huh. That's strange. So I'm sorry, my arms spoke to you. That
It was also like a mask with a face on it. It was a lot.
a mask with a face. Was it like a shattered porcelain mask with a monster?
Yeah.
That's the one.
Seemed friendly enough, except it wanted to eat people. So
Yeah.
Eat everyone, and I had a problem with that.
I am a little surprised that my imaginary friend's real. So just let me process that a bit.
I don't know if it's real per se. They're part of you, I think.
Then it's real. I mean, look, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Zai, your imaginary friend turns out to be an alien.
I mean,
Mine.
her
I don't have
imaginary friend, I think, is just a collection of souls inside of her.
Yeah, that's why I call them they.
So, when you say they, have
Oh
they been the
gosh.
ones asking you to do those weird things recently?
It just occurs to me that I've been using they interchangeably to mean both my handlers and they. I'm so sorry.
Gotta figure that out.
I'm
All
not
good.
good at communicating. Um
You're
I,
fine.
I've been mute or nearly mute my whole life, so it's
Fair
really
enough.
weird not being mute now. Um yeah. Uh so yes, sometimes it's been my handlers, and sometimes when I'm talking about they, I've been talking about they.
Got it.
I don't know. I don't really want to know which one's which in some of these matters, to be honest.
I'll try to be more clear, and when it's the handlers, I'll say the handlers, and when I mean they, I'll say they.
Good.
Alrighty.
It's
Listen, I know who to write down my reports at the end of all these things.
I never, but I never see them when I'm awake. It's like something that comes to me in dreams.
Makes sense. They're inside of you, so you can't really see inside of you.
Right. That's really strange that they. Did they just talk about food a lot? That's usually all
Yeah.
they talk about.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
talked about their food source, which apparently is, in their, I guess, our terms, their people's souls.
Well, that's upsetting.
And
I need to process that. Yep,
it, se-
I'm
it
not
seemed,
managing that, but okay.
yeah, it seemed to be something slightly different from souls, but souls was sort of like how they best described it.
Does that mean I'm a demon? I really don't want to be a demon.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
That would require the existence of hell and heaven.
Well, I'm sorry, are the rest of you not Christians? Because I actually really very much believe in the existence of hell and heaven.
I'm just not subtle on the idea,
Oh,
especially after coming in contact with an extraterrestrial species.
sure. I mean, I've very rarely been to church. They usually bring in like somebody to talk to me about that kind of stuff.
Right. I don't know. I can go
No
either
truth,
way. It's
justice,
possible.
the American way, one nation under God.
Right. As they do.
Propaganda.
Yep. I don't know. It's possible there's a being out there. Well, besides the aliens.
Professor
But-
Contreras. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Zai.
But a single creator, it's a little odd to me.
I mean, look, I can't forgive blasphemy. I'm not a priest.
Professor Contreras says, so I take it this doesn't usually happen. The theological debates and the split personality
I
of
don't
your friend here.
No, it's all pretty new.
Ah,
I don't feel like I have a split personality.
It's just got a bunch of people living inside that head of yours.
Probably. I mean, one of our people got their lights back.
Yeah.
Howard has returned.
I have the power.
Also,
I'm sorry.
AC.
I'm
Yeah.
sure we seem to
That's
be in a
very
bit of a situation, and what theological discussions are probably not what we're meaning to do right now.
Agreed.
That's just if I'm taking a guess here.
Yeah,
Probably.
if any-
Speaking of which, it's like pitch black. You're in the middle of a jungle. This helicopter's looking for you. Contreras says, I'm not exactly one who's adept at jungle survival. Do you know any way to get food? And are we going to sleep, or should we just keep going through the dark and try to find our way down the river to the old outposts?
Now, keep going into the dark, you're likely bound to walk into a booby trap or get eaten by a wild animal.
That's two alarming prospects.
I don't know who you are or where we're going. Are we near to where we're going?
Well, to put you up to speed, this is Professor Contreras. We are in apparently the country of Balboa.
Okay.
And
Sure, named
are
after the famous explorer.
Correct. We are a very small but proud country.
Where exactly is Balboa on a map?
Sort of in central South America.
Central
Okay.
South. Okay. So you did say it's somewhere around the Amazon. So
Yes, a portion of that famous jungle does extend into our country.
I would definitely put it as South America.
so, but
Okay, so we're here somehow. Have I
uh,
just been asleep since Italy?
Not entirely.
not entirely. Kind of asleep, I guess.
You had a
In
seizure.
your version of it, yeah, you did have a seizure.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Lamb, don't apologize.
And control it.
Yep.
Oh,
So,
I don't like that you met my imaginary friend.
could have been worse.
I'll be
Again,
honest,
they seem
don't like that I met them either.
They seem friendly enough. Just gotta let them eat a bird every now and then.
I think we're missing the main point of this crux is that their preferred food source is the souls of living things, or what they consider the souls of living things.
Life
And they
essence?
were, yeah, the life
Mm.
essence of living things.
Yeah.
And no offense, Professor Contreras, they were very much interested in eating you right away. And that's my problem with that because, for all intents and purposes, you're not involved in any of the weird ass shit that we're all involved with.
I fear I am becoming involved.
Yeah, well,
I'm really
still-
sorry that part of me wanted to eat you, mister. I don't feel that way right now, if it's any consolation.
Strangely, it is. Apology accepted. However, we seem to be in quite the predicament. So, the sergeant was saying we should not continue on foot in the darkness. I suppose staying put
Might be a good idea.
is worthwhile, but that might be dangerous as well. Is that what we should do?
So long as we don't light a fire, we should probably find shelter in a concealed area, somewhere not out in the open.
But if we
Okay.
get to the old outpost, we have some defensive cover. Plus, we're not in Vietnam. This is jungles of South America.
Right, where everything is incredibly peaceful and there are no violent revolutions happening.
Yeah, but there's not just
Um,
booby traps laid out everywhere.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's not.
But there
really
are the
anything.
angels of death who will be looking for us, I'm sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're all.
Probably.
Angels of Death sounds really great.
Oh, our dear friend. Oh, not really dear friend, but that asshat that we tried to kill. Also amongst them.
Their
oh,
leader,
great.
yes.
So
Danzig.
it's a whole bunch of Nazis.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes,
We
and
also missed that.
associates to Nazis, yes.
Bunch of Nazis, Nazi sympathizers about to go murder.
Cool.
All right. Somebody has got cat all good or lamb.
Yeah.
Okay.
She-
Somebody's gonna
He's
make a
just
survive.
utterly flummoxed about what's happening.
All right. I'm gonna have to- so sounds like you guys are gonna try and stay put. Maybe get some kind of a rest. You want to look for shelter. Someone's gonna give me a survival check.
Is anybody trained in it?
Nope.
Nope, surprisingly.
Does anybody else have a +4 in it?
Nope.
No,
Okay, I'll roll.
but I will give you help.
Nice.
Okay, so I think I'm getting assistance. Is that okay, Michael?
Yes. So Dowd's helping, using some of his experience there. Very.
Then I
For
shall roll
war.
with advantage.
All right. Roll them.
19.
Ooh, very good. All right. Yeah, you find like almost like a natural cave that kind of the river has hollowed out at some point. You're able to go in there and hide out. I mean, at least it's dry. And you get some shelter from the elements.
We're not in
Okay,
any
so-
danger of like flash floods right now, are we, Professor? Like, that's not that season.
He's like, look, I've gone camping like once in my lifetime and I hated the experience. But I would say no, there's no floods at this time. We should be safe here.
Great. I'm going to try to find a more isolated area for me to sleep in from the rest of you.
Okay. So are you guys going for a short rest or a long rest, or what's kind of the plan here?
Probably should try to aim for a long rest, but
Yeah.
we'll set up watch.
Yeah.
All right. How long does a long rest take?
8 hours.
8 hours.
8 hours.
8 hours.
None of us are elves.
Nope.
Yeah, no elves in this game.
No elves, no
Think
warforged.
That Dal wouldn't sleep, but mechanically he's human.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Right.
I guess you are technically a warforged, right? Like you are using warforged stats.
I think
Nah, variant human.
Oh, you are using variant human. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, then all of us need to sleep.
Okay. You guys can all take the long rests. You need to set like an order for the watches. I think the main thing for the watch is not so much that you aren't spotted, or let me see how to. Okay, is that if sorry, the main thing is not you spotting something else; it's you being spotted. So
Mhm.
give me a group stealth check. This will kind of go into your camping too. I'll say with advantage because of Lamb's great job finding that shelter. So we'll do a group stealth check, and everybody gets advantage.
Okay, so that just means straight roll for me.
I have
I
a,
rolled.
I've
I
got a
rolled
20 on my stealth.
Nice. I see Dowd got a 19 and Carter got an 18.
Yep.
I rolled poorly. I got a 12.
Ooh. And Lamb, what did you get though?
20.
Ooh, very good.
Not
So-
a natural 20. That's a dirty 20. She's got a +5 on her stealth.
That's totally okay. Zai, it's all right. It was a group one, so your group succeeded. Yeah, because of like this great hiding spot, and because you guys are like skilled, and you're standing watch without like being out in the open. The night goes by, you get a long rest. You do see more of those helicopter patrols, but none of those spotlights linger over your area.
Yeah.
Dal's gonna take the opportunity to reconfigure some systems. Go in infiltration mode.
And you will notice when Zai is sleeping, he is sleeping with his back to a tree.
I think
Ooh,
we found
awesome.
a cave.
Or, yeah, his back to a wall of some sort.
All right. So you guys wake up the next morning. I mean, I imagine you slept on the floor of a jungle in a cave, so not the most comfortable.
No, I mean, and like I said, Lambda put herself at a decent distance from everybody else.
Yeah, kind of further out in the jungle floor.
Yeah, that's just. If you remember, she's always slept like locked in a closet and things like that. That's always been purposeful on her part, and she's not changing that now.
Right. Okay, so Professor Contreras is like, he kind of slept with using his jacket as a pillow. He's like shaking some of the fatigue off, and he's like, well, restful as it were. Shall we continue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right,
Sure.
very good. Just down this way, as I think. I was in contact with some resistance members who found their way to Valhalla, and they gave me these details. I have to hope that my memory and their memory was up for the task.
All right. Yeah. So right as we're coming out, Zai will grab his orb, and there's a flash of purple that sort of makes a very, very quick like resonance of sort of like a shimmer around his body as he's casting mage armor.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, you got the mage armor going.
Yep.
All right.
Lamb's gonna like pull Agent Carter aside if that's okay.
Oh, sure. As you guys are like walking down this the riverside.
Look, there are certain things that they told me when I was asleep.
Yeah.
They told me you have a device.
I'm not sure what they're talking about.
They said that I should ask you.
Yes, there's a device. I'm not gonna tell you what it does, but it's given me to help you.
Okay. I trust you, Agent. It's just. They were really insistent about it.
I'm sure they were. I trust you, Lam. I don't trust Lambda or whatever they are.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to explain. It's it's me, but it isn't.
I equate it with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I'm obviously not the exact same metaphorical meaning in the literature, but the concept's the same. Same
Right.
person, different aspects of that personality or who they are.
I would say it's more like imagine if your stomach became alive and just did what it wanted.
Yeah,
So maybe that's the same thing. I don't know.
I'm not a smart person, but I think I get it.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Hey, Lamb, you're fine. Lamb, you're fine. Lambda, they,
Yeah.
whatever they are.
No, it's just I like you, Agent Carter, and I just don't want to be scary to you.
You're not scared of me.
Okay.
I'm just. My concern is I can handle myself. These people can handle themselves. I worry about people like the professor. I worry about the ordinary person who might just get in the way of Lambda, might get in the way of them, end up dead because of it.
Right.
That's all I'm ever concerned about.
It's that's why I'm okay being locked up all the time.
Hope there's a day that you don't have to feel that way. Hope there's a day that you and your hunger can make peace and, find ways of satiating it without losing control.
Yeah. It's what I hope too.
You're a good kid.
Thank you.
Oh man, love this moment. So good. Okay. As you guys are sharing this great heart to heart and some kind of revelations are coming to light, just amazing stuff, guys. Um, keep on going down this trail, and you do come to this old outpost. It looks like it was made, maybe back in like the 20s or 30s, like some previous regime that ruled Balboa back then. It's like all falling apart. Like the roof's caved in. There's like moss and vines growing over all of it. There's a little bit of like a dock jutting out from the side of it into the river. This is a place where the river gets a bit deeper and thicker, kind of connects, like the tributary connects to a wider fork of the Amazon. And Contreras like kind of opens the door, and there is indeed a radio there, which looks to be in somewhat of a working order. He's like, I'm not sure if I can remember the frequencies. Would someone maybe more technical minded than me give me some assistance here?
No problem. But between the two of us, we can get this thing working.
I hope so. All right, Dowd, give me a quick insight check.
Insight. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
That one. That hasn't happened in a while.
Yeah, you end up getting like country western music on this radio for some reason, like some totally wrong station. Contreras is like, are you sure you know what you're doing?
If this is based off insight, maybe I can help.
Certainly.
Yeah.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
it's
just-
my antenna that's malfunctioning or something.
I'm just gonna go ahead and give a regular roll for the insight.
Okay.
It's only an 11. She's got a
Okay.
+7 on insight. I don't know why, but
All right.
I mean, I
say
know why it's
mechanically,
but
it's going to take at least maybe 3 over 15s to get you guys the message, to get the message through. Contreras can help as well, or try it himself. His insight's not the best, though. Of course, not a very technically mind. He's a English major.
I mean, if it's going to be continued insight rolls, then Lamb's probably the best at that.
Okay, well, you guys should decide this. Zai, are you going like inside this? I mean, not that there's much of a wall, or you're like kind of hanging out on the beach. Where are you positioned? Oh, you're muted there, Nick.
Yep.
So I am. Um, I think at the moment, he's sort of like just outside, sort of like maybe like in a doorway if there is one.
Okay. A rifle cracks. What is your armor class?
14 right now.
Okay, let me see how the roll is. Hopefully you guys can see it. Ooh, it did get a 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just one over. Yeah, a high-powered like sniper rifle. I mean, I don't know if you would know different types of guns, but you have no idea where the shot comes from. Somewhere in the jungle, it blasts into you. It hits you. Is going to do some damage.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody does get to roll initiative after this. It's going to do. Let me do a little damage for it. You were taking 18 damage
Okay.
as it blasts into you. And then
Yes,
everybody gets to roll initiative, including the baddie, who we'll even talk about in just a moment. But you guys have no idea where he is.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Zai,
Dowd got a 20.
Yeah.
He got
Zai
a
will
12.
Zai will like basically pull into cover and like just swear in Spanish.
Ooh, okay.
Lambda got a 19.
Okay, yes, very good. I see you in there. Okay, so the order is going to go Dowd, Professor Contreras, Lamb, and then
Oh,
this
dang. How high did
sniper.
Professor Contreras roll?
Yep, he got a 19.
Very nice.
Agent Carter, and then Zai. So as like this rifle cracks, Contreras is like, oh, it's Orochi. He's one of the angels of death. He's I'm not sure the name of it. He's Yakuza. His father was some kind of uh, war criminal, butcher of men during the war, and then went turned his connections into ultranationalist societies, into organized crime. His sons are a bunch of tattooed psychopaths, and of course, I'm sorry to say, master marksmen. Um, so you do no idea where he is. There's thick jungle on the other side, but you do know that Orochi, this elite sniper, is somewhere out there. Dowd, it's your turn.
Huh. Michael, did you get power back? You're not in the dark anymore.
Oh yeah, it's maybe I could put the. Well, I never had power. I'm just trying to be good to my state's poor electric utilities. I'm trying to keep all the lights off except for my laptop. So I'll keep them off. So I'm okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well, Dowd's gonna try and find the sniper.
Okay, you got to give me a perception check, and I'm gonna have him roll stealth. So we can do an opposed roll here.
No problem. Got advantage
Okay.
due to its sensor.
Ooh, I'm gonna say what he got. Is that you got a 9 total, or what's your total?
10. With
Ooh, he
advantage,
rolled
I
an
rolled a
18.
10. What the hell?
Oh man.
Eh,
Okay.
So 18 is what we have to beat then.
I'm
alright.
afraid so.
It's okay.
Yeah, he's very good at hiding.
Yeah,
So
Dowd's
Dowd,
perfect.
you can't. You're looking through the jungle, but you can't find him. Like you don't know where the shot came from.
Right. Can't locate the sniper. Everyone duck and cover. And Dowd does just that. Find some cover.
Okay, awesome. You can go ahead and take. Let me see. I'll give you. Not full cover, like partial cover. Let me do the cover rules. You guys need to assist me a little bit. Here we go. I'm gonna say you can get half cover without unless you leave the cabin, the outpost.
Okay.
You stay in the outpost and take cover. You're gonna get the +2 to your armor class, or you can risk leaving and try and find better cover elsewhere. Okay, Dowd. Anything else for your turn?
Nope. Just gonna hunker down behind cover.
All right, Contreras is gonna try and work the transmitter. Okay, I'm gonna give him a +2 to this. Gotta beat a 15. Ooh, a 14. He's super close. He almost gets it working. You hear like faint static on the other side. He's like, need a little more time. Okay, Lamb, your turn.
Okay. These perception checks, are they taking up our full action or no?
No, it's just looking around. So
Okay,
that can be like not a bonus action, just a free action.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the free action perception check. He's only one over her passive perception,
Okay.
by the way. And I did not. I got a 15.
Ooh.
I know. I rolled worse than her passive. What are we gonna do?
Okay.
So she does not know where he is. Boo. So she'll just move to a spot where she's got full cover. You know what I mean? And I guess I can do a stealth if you'd like.
Yeah, that'd be good. Kind of hide from him. I like that.
Yeah, no reason not to. I mean, she's moving to full cover anywho, but that's a 17 for her stealth.
Very good. All right, next up. Oh, Lamb, anything else?
No, that's it, because I don't want to start pumping key until I know that she's got a target she can move to.
Okay, next up is Orochi. He's not going to move. He's still hidden. He's taking another shot. He's going to fire at Carter this time. So he got a 15. Carter
15 misses.
not beat that.
Thank God I have a ballistic vest on.
Okay. Only get the one attack there. I think he's gonna action surge.
Woo.
He's gonna do another shot. I think he's gonna aim it. I believe you action surge. He can attack another person, another target, right?
Yeah.
All right. He's gonna attack Zai one more time. You like shooting Zai?
Yeah.
This guy's a prick. But he's
However,
not hidden anymore. So.
Hey.
he only rolled a 13, which I believe, thanks to
It's a
that
miss.
armor, yeah, that's
Woo.
a miss. So like it fires like bangs that magical or that shimmering armor around him, and the bullet just falls away. Again, he's staying hidden. Okay, Agent Carter's turn.
Does he
Okay.
not break cover to shoot us?
Well, he's like, he's probably like in a tree, like covered in vegetation. He's like a
Okay.
master sniper type. So
Gotcha.
yeah, so finding him is going to be tricky. He's like, got a full kind of ghillie suit style thing on. Not, I don't think they had invented those just yet, but like you get the idea. He's like vegetation, like on him.
Mhm.
I'll attempt to see if I can see him.
Okay.
No. 13. No.
Ooh. Okay. You can still help with the radio as well. Just got to beat a 15 with an insight. Or
Yeah,
you can
I might as well go assist her. That I'm gonna reach over and attempt to help and see if I can get anything working.
Okay. Only takes 3 successes to make it work.
11.
Ooh, close. Okay, you can keep trying.
11's not very close.
Oh, well, you're only a few away. All right, that would be your action there. Anything else though?
Is Zai nearby me?
Yeah, he's kind of like in the outside, or he's outside. I think you're outside still. I mean, I guess you might have. Well, it's all very close. I know I'd make a map for this one. So
Yeah,
I'll say you can reach out. It's all close quarters.
I'm gonna double back and I'm gonna tap him on the shoulder and say, "Come on, get the cover." I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on him.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's +2 to your AC.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, even better. Okay, that does bring us to Zai's turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Well, we'll see if he's within 30 feet of me as I cast Detect Thoughts. I'm gonna try and
Oh, good idea.
detect the presence of thinking creatures that I can't see.
It's only 30 feet though.
It's only
Yeah, within 30 feet of me. Yeah. So
It's probably not.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
probably
afraid he's
not,
not
yeah.
within 30 feet. He's a bit further away.
so the only people that I detect are the people around me.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm afraid not. Anything else for your turn?
Let's see here.
Still have an action. You can try the radio.
That Detect thoughts is my action.
Detect thoughts.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. I don't have any bonus action spells. I guess I'll try and find some cover.
Okay, you're able to get some good half cover.
Well,
Okay, second round brings us to Dowd.
Okay, Dowd's gonna be walking out of the cabin.
Oh man. Okay, you're making
Are we
yourself.
in a cabin? Is that where we are?
It's like
Oh,
a
call it-
ruined outpost.
Got
I
it.
call it a cabin, but yeah, just first thing that came to my head.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I said cave. She hid behind a ruined area where there's no direct line of sight. Then
Definitely.
So he's taken a couple shots. Has the sniper moved by any chance?
As far as you can tell, no. So, Dowd, you like kind of making yourself a target?
Yeah, so we can figure out
Ooh,
where
okay.
it is.
I'll give you advantage on the perception check to find him. I like that.
I already got the advantage. The advisor you gave me a while back, right?
Oh, right. Yes. Okay.
So,
Okay. Well.
see how it does.
Ooh.
Oh, you're still
16's my
under.
highest.
You know the sort of general area, like he's in like kind of a grove of trees a little bit further down. But you don't know like where in that he is. So maybe you have like an area of effect attack. You could hit him there.
Oh, I do. But did I use an action for that?
Looking's a free action. You can still do your action.
Oh,
Okay. That group of trees, it's within 60 feet of me.
Yeah.
Shatter! Right in that area.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, so he's got to roll.
That's
What's
gonna
he have to
take
do?
out DC 15 Constitution saving throw. As Dowd's grenade
Awesome.
launcher pops out of his shoulder and fires a concussion bomb right in that area.
Nice. He gets a +4 to this. He got a 15. But he takes half damage though, right?
Yeah, so half 15, which would be 7 in this case, rounded down. And all the trees in that area take the damage as well.
Oh, nice. So you just like unload this grenade launcher. Big explosion, leaves, branches go everywhere. More toucans die. Like we're Toucan Sam, all his nephews, they're all dead now. Sorry. However, you do see this like man-shaped bundle of like branches fall to the ground, kind of like thrown down by this blast. He was like in the branches. So right now he is visible.
Okay. That's just gonna go open fire.
Okay, next up is Contreras, who will still work with the radio. And beat a 15. He gets a +3 to this. Ooh, a 19. Yeah, he's like, okay, he's like, I've done it, I've got them. I just gotta keep them on the line a little bit longer and I'll get them out of position. Just keep me alive, please. So 2 more and he'll get it. Okay, Lamb's turn.
Okay, so you said he's on the ground, invisible now.
Yeah, he's like 60 feet away. So yes, if you want to,
Okay, so she has to
try and
dash.
melee him if you want to. Yeah.
She has to dash to get to him.
Okay.
But that's fine.
Mhm.
So her action is to dash.
Okay.
As she moves up to him, and then when she's within 10 feet of him, she's not next to him, she's within 10 feet. She unleashes both the arms and the mask at the same time, because that is the thing that can be done. He needs to make a save, which I keep forgetting what it is. I think it's Dex. It is, which he's probably good at, but hey.
All right. Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Natural 1.
Oh, well, then he's going to take force damage then as the arms whip out at him.
Nice. How much damage?
He will be taking 9 points of damage from the arms. That is force damage.
Okay. Got that.
And the mask like forms around her face, and she says like very directly to him, so only he can hear, "Hi, lunch."
Whoa.
Because that's another thing from the visage of the astral self is like when you talk, you can just direct it at one specific person and only they can hear.
Very
So
cool.
that is none of the rest of you hear it. You see that the thing has emerged from her, but you know,
Ooh.
you don't know what it just said to this guy. That's
Okay.
the end of her turn. That's action, bonus action, and movement.
All right. So yes, you do see this kind of like this Japanese man, like shaved head, wearing just like an unmarked, like green fatigues under all of this sort of jungle camouflage on. He does look pretty worried. Oh, you do of course see just the hints of Yakuza tattoos on some of his like reaching up to his arms and peeking up over his over to his neck there. But yeah, he's looking very alarmed right now.
And as a note about the Visage of Astral Self, one of the things it does is give you advantage in intimidation checks, which is why I picked the mask to look very scary.
Nice. He's looking pretty scared.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
No, she's ready to eat, and she hopes he moves away from her so that she can attack with her arms, because he probably thinks that he's far enough away that he can move.
Oh, yeah, I think he would. He's gonna try and so he doesn't need to disengage. He just takes the
I mean, he would think that. I I I don't know if he would know that he needs to disengage. That's the thing about it.
Right. Okay. Well, he's
Like
gonna.
he would need to, but does he know that he needs to?
Ooh. Okay. Um. And how far away are you right now?
She's 10 feet from him, so she put herself specifically at the area that if he moves away from her and doesn't do the disengage, it's like arm attack.
Okay. I think he's gonna shoot and then run without disengaging.
Okay.
So he's gonna take a shot at you. Let's see if he hits.
Sure, logical.
Ooh.
I mean, a 26 definitely hits, yes.
Okay, he's gonna hit you. Let me go ahead and do the damage. This is gonna hurt, I'm afraid. And he's
That's
gonna
okay.
be more. He's giving his all here. 31 damage. Oh my
Okay,
god.
give me 1 second.
Okay.
So he is going to be able to get away from her because she's using her reaction for this.
Ooh, okay.
She is reducing the damage on this bullet. Now, that's not going to get rid of a 31 points of damage. I'm just trying to find the roll here. So it is 1d10 plus 8. So she reduces it by 12. So that would be... Math is hard.
19?
Okay.
19. So she takes 19 points of damage. Ah, you got through. That's impressive. I bet you're going to be really tasty.
He's like, that's not all I've done. I guess he's saying this in Japanese, or he speaks English, of course. Are you like communicating to him psychically?
Well, it's not psychic. It's a directed voice. So it's not
okay.
It's not head to head. It's more like the message spell.
Ooh, okay. So he glares back and says, like, that's not all I've done. Okay, so you are now gonna take 2d6 poison damage. There's something like magical about this bullet. There's some like psychic power. Oh man, why am I okay? So you're gonna take 12 damage there.
Okay. So she takes an additional 12 damage. That's
yes. As these like dark lines of crackling psychic energy leave the bullet and form like a nasty barbed wire kind of pool around the area here.
Okay. Just a quick question: is this obstructing her in any way? She floats.
Ooh. I mean, it is psychic. I'm gonna say that you can. I'll tell you what. I'll give you advantage on removing it. It will take a DC 11 athletics check to remove it.
Okay.
Which you could do as a bonus action on your turn.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if this was like the entangle spell, which is a saving throw to begin with.
It is not the entangle spell.
Okay.
All right.
So I need clarification. I understand she's gotten poison damage. Is she restrained?
She is not restrained.
Okay. So how is she impeded in any way by this stuff?
Speed is reduced by 10 feet. And if you move, you will take another 2d6 damage unless you remove the barbed wire.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to find out.
Right. Okay.
Because like the conditions of what I need to do, I'm unclear on.
Right. Okay. Any more questions on this?
It takes a full action to remove the barbed wire, and she.
I'm gonna say, let's see. I'm going to say a bonus action. It says athletics check, which I will say is a bonus action.
Okay.
Now, however, he is going to move to try and, like, without disengaging, so you can't do an attack on
She
him.
can't. She used her reaction to reduce damage.
Oh, okay. So he is going to move. I'm going to have him, let's see. He's going to do a stealth check to try and hide again.
I'm guessing he gets behind total cover to do that.
Well, he's going to try. Let's see. Ooh, okay. So he can get a 22 for this. I'm going to say, Lamb, you do see him, though, because you're right in front of him.
Okay.
So if others want to find him, they can look for him. Lamb can help point them out to give you advantage on this, but he is hidden from others for the moment. But you are very clear about the general area. He's like diving into the underbrush nearby. Okay. Or you know what? I'm going to give him. I mean, it makes sense. I'm going to give him disadvantage on this. So we'll take the lower one here.
I need to ask a quick question because
There we go.
I understand you've said athletics, but what she's using right now is pure wisdom. She doesn't really use
Ooh.
athletics at this point.
I'll allow wisdom. Okay, so I made him do a disadvantage for that stealth check. 13 is what you need to beat to find him.
Her passive is 17.
Okay. Well, he is actively hiding, so I'm gonna
Okay.
say you gotta. And Lamb, you don't need to do this because you can see him pretty well.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say others who are like further back. Okay, that's the end of his turn. So he is hiding with a 13. He's weakened for sure, but he's taking more cover to go. Keep on sniping. All right, it is now Agent Carter's turn.
I'm gonna try to see him.
Okay, got to beat a 13.
I get a 13.
Oh, you do. You see him. He's ducked into a bunch of shrubs and bushes and is on his belly with his rifle.
How far is he from me?
Probably
Because I know Lamb dashed. Okay, 60 feet.
Yeah, about 60 feet.
I'm gonna run my full 30, kind of heading towards the Lamb.
Mhm.
I saw that nasty ass hit. She just took, and I'm gonna do 2 shots with my pistols.
Okay, his armor class is 16, so fire away.
First one's a 25. I'm gonna pump a divine smite into that one.
Definitely hits.
So do the piercing first, the pistol. 12 points of piercing damage.
Ooh. Okay, let me mark that. And what's the next bit? He's looking very, very bad.
I'm gonna do a divine smite just first level
Mm-hmm.
for an extra 10 points of radiant.
Oh man. Okay, you want to keep going or no?
Yeah, of course I'm gonna keep on going. I wanna make sure he's dead. And then the second pistol.
Okay.
Gun jams.
Ooh. Well,
That's
good
natural
news.
one.
He had, after your first shot, he had 8 left, and you did 10 divine smite. So he's in death saves now. You just you rush over. He looks up, starts to go for his rifle, and just bam, carves right into his his shoulder, blasts through him. He collapses. He is in death saves now. So we are currently out of combat. He was the only one who was shooting you guys, and he is bleeding out right now and dying.
If we're out of combat, is it easy enough for Lamb to get to him?
Oh yeah, he's right. You're pretty close to him anyway, so you just go right over it.
Just as a matter of being polite, she's saying this directly to Agent Carter. Nobody else can hear. Because I was reminded by me that I like you. Am I okay to eat this one, or do you need to talk to him?
Can we talk to him first and then eat him later?
That's fine. That's why I'm asking beforehand.
See if we can talk to him first. Otherwise, have at him. If he seems resistant, you can eat him.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you need any help with my kind of gesture towards the bullet wound?
Oh, yes, my body's really hurt. I'm probably dying. I don't know.
I'll
weird.
go over and I'll pump in 15 points of lay on hands.
Okay.
All right, so he's at 0 right now. If you want to give him a quick one to bring him back to 1 or something.
Yeah, I guess we'll both get close to him. and then I'll pump in a single. Oh, actually no. I'm gonna take his rifle and toss it to the side, away from him,
Okay.
and then put one pointed lay on hands in him.
All right. His eyes stir with a little bit of consciousness coming back. He's looking at you guys. He kind of like he realizes he's screwed. Um, he just kind of like spits at you, and he's like, "Communist dogs, do what you will."
Who the hell says it?
Communists.
I'm not a communist.
What the fuck?
You stand against Valhalla. You try and stand against the angels. You're just like those gutter bastards that I've butchered back home and in so many countries. Angels of death are coming for you. Say your prayers while you can.
She's gonna roll an insight on this guy to like see if he's just being full of shit. Because she's really offended about being called a communist.
Sure.
She has advantage on her insight rolls right now.
Oh, nice. Okay. Ooh,
24.
24. I would say, Lamb, you figure out that like the Angels of Death are an anti-communist death squad.
Okay, so she kind of wheels around to look at him very directly with her like scary monster face right in his. I'm only going to explain this once to you. I'm not a communist. I was designed to kill communists. That is my purpose to exist.
And he's like kind of pointing over to for the outpost. He's like, then why are you defending a communist like Contreras?
Well, I was told you were working with Nazis.
He's like, you can tell he thinks for a moment, and he's like, those are such outdated terms.
I mean, if they're doing Nazi stuff, then they're Nazis. I don't see where there's. Look, the priorities of the United States, obviously, destroying Nazis is still a huge one. If we find Nazis, obviously we're going to destroy Nazis. That's like a U.S. thing.
He's like, wait, you're American?
Yeah, obviously I'm an American. Can't you hear
He
my
starts
accent?
to laugh. He's like, oh, there is something poetic about this. You Americans, you always seem so self-assured. Oh, Zai, you're giving a go ahead, Zai.
I'm going
Yeah, are we
to.
all there, by the way?
I would
Oh
say
yeah,
so.
you're heading. I would say you see this going on, so if you want to be, you can walk on over.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over and using my new psionic sorcery, I'm going to use 2 sorcery points to cast detect thoughts on him.
Yeah, okay.
So basically, all you see is Zai just walking up, but so there's nothing happens because with my psionic sorcery, I can cast spells using sorcery points, and I don't have to do verbal or somatic components
Or material.
or material.
That's dope.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so he has no idea, but Zai, you're getting like a rush of images. You see images of this looks like a military base, but bizarrely, it's next to this kind of like almost touristy, like German alpine village. There's like those sort of gingerbread house style, like charming alpine structures, sort of right across the street, or this like right across this kind of gravel road from like barracks and airstrip and other military looking out, watchtowers, like a looks like a death camp, prison camp kind of a place, right next to this charming Bavarian architecture. You see in this place an image of Orochi and another guy who looks exactly like him and has the same kind of Yakuza tattoos. You realize a twin. Chatting it up with Danziger and some other individuals who look similarly like nasty and armed. You probably realize these are the other angels of death. You get a quick glimpse of all of them, then talking to Captain Carter. I mean, not Captain Carter, Captain Cross. Captain Carter does not exist. Yeah, I'm here. I am slandering poor Agent Carter. Nope, they're talking to Captain Cross and another American who you recognize by the thoughts of as someone named Lowe, Lowe, who is sort of like kind of Cross's goon. And all of them are just kind of like talking and plotting. You see, and you feel this kind of like overall confusion, and then sort of like a dark humor, of kind of laughing at the irony of it all.
That's just
Uh,
his surface thoughts? Wow.
well,
I
he's
mean,
like dying, and Lana's freaking him out.
yeah, I mean, there is a
These are
monster
the
right
images
in
that are
his
going
face,
through his head. And you
terrifying
think,
him.
oh, sorry, go ahead, Lamb.
I said there is a monster right in his face, terrifying him.
Yeah. This is when she says like Americans, this is what's flashing through his mind.
Okay, I sorry, like the head spins around, but her body doesn't. To look at Agent Carter, I'm not certain. What are we doing now?
You know, so who leads Valhalla? Who's like your whatever group you belong to, this death squad? Like who leads it?
He's like, Valhalla is run by that maniac Hellstrom. We use it as sort of a operating base. He provides us with weaponry, intelligence, people that we can test our skills on.
Yeah, but who leads your group?
He's like Danziger is the commander.
Could I probe deeper? Because I want to try. I want to try and find if he knows anything about Jarius.
Ooh, okay.
So it's a DC 15 Wisdom save, I believe.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and roll his wisdom here. He gets a +0, so I'm gonna roll in front of the board. You rolled a 15.
That's just.
That's
just
just
makes
it. No.
So I can't. So I don't get anything
Yeah,
else.
you catch a flicker, but nothing more than that. He does recognize
Okay.
the thing.
Does that
But that's like
instantly boot you, or does he have to do the intelligence thing to boot you? It's a complicated spell.
Yeah. Once you detect the person's creature. No, okay, no. Initially, if it succeeds, yeah, the spell ends. Yep.
Ooh, okay. So you can't get those looks at his thoughts anymore.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
Carter hears in her head. Well, I saw a little bit. Apparently, he's thinking a lot about his little group there. Apparently, he's been talking with Cross.
oh, good. Lamb, take care of him.
Yes, she actually does say that. She makes attacks with her arms now on him. Would you like me to roll the attacks?
You don't need to. He's 1 hit point, dying, unarmed, no armor. So yeah, just describe what happens to him.
Okay, so a hand like basically punctures into him, like right into basically where his heart would be, because that's where she sees what she interprets as souls, because she is Christian.
Right.
And she pulls out. I don't know how corrupted this guy was in general.
Oh, he's super corrupt. He's
Okay,
like a
so-
Yakuza war criminal, so don't worry.
So it's like a little like pale glowing sphere, but it's like dripping in with what looks like tar off of it from like all of his massive sins.
Mhm.
The creature opens up its mouth and just drops it in, swallows it, and licks its lips, and then goes like, finger licking good, and licks the astral self hands.
Dang.
I'm
Okay,
getting-
Orochi is super dead.
I'm getting Soul Eater vibes from that.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm referencing.
Yeah.
Gonna
You
pick
caught
up,
the reference.
I'm gonna pick up this guy's rifle, see if he has any extra ammunition on him.
Yeah, you can add a hunting rifle. Let me just make it. I'm pretty sure that's what
Yeah.
I was to describe. Yes, you can add that to your inventory.
Your arsenal.
Yes, your growing arsenal. So yeah, rifle hunting.
Well, so from what I could glean from his surface thoughts, which apparently he doesn't have very much defenses. I mean, I guess he was dying. Their compound looks like it's almost like in a like touristy area. Like, but
Professor Contreras. Oh, sorry. All good.
it's, yeah, I guess it's sort of like a prison type thing in the middle of a tourist trap.
Contreras calls back from the outpost. He's like, "That's the righteous colony, and that's Valhalla. You just described it."
Hey, did you ever get that radio working?
He's like, "I think so. Heard back. They'll be coming within the hour."
Oh, and that's communists? Is that, like, right? Are you a commie? You have to
You're
tell me
asking-
now. I asked you, so you have to be honest about it.
He's like, "I'm not a member of the Communist Party. I am, I mean, I'm not sure if I would define myself with one. I'm not sure if I can define my political philosophy with one word. I have socialist tendencies. I believe in many of the aspects of Marxist teachings. I disavow the Soviet Union, though. I
Okay.
was shocked and saddened with how they. And he goes into like a big speech, kind of listing how his. And he's like, when I was young, I dabbled with even what could be considered Stalinist philosophy, but recent events have soured me. In my old age, I find myself, and he's like going on and on about.
Oh, yeah.
Professor, you're good.
Yeah, in
You're
my
fine.
young years, I dabbled in exploding people, but then I found out recently it's just so much easier to just reach into them, you know what I mean? It's so much less messy.
Quite.
But exploding people is really funny.
Funny?
That's
I'll
debatable.
I mean,
Also
yeah,
take your word
because
for
they
it.
get this look on their face like they weren't expecting to explode, and then they explode. It's just, that's not how they expected their day to end.
Fair enough.
They were just like, I'm gonna just go down and check on the girl that can barely speak, and oh, whoops, I come out and I just eat them. It's funny.
I'm gonna say hard disagree on that one personally, but that's just me.
I know.
Yeah. Our
To each
taste
their
in
own.
humor are different.
Right, but so basically, you're not a Soviet.
That's correct.
Okay.
Good. Don't have to kill you then.
I mean, does
No.
She kind of believes him, right? I don't need to roll on this, do I?
No. He's telling the truth.
There is no need to kill someone just because they're a Soviet.
Not my decision, Carter. That's the machine.
Right.
This is. Dowd, you're
Well-
better than the machine. You know that, right?
Am I really?
Yeah, you are. Ray, you are.
Ray, I know that, like, I'm like the weird hunger of a relatively innocent creature, but you have a soul. You can actually fight back against this stuff if you work really hard at it. Or you can just give up and I'll eat you. I mean, that is always on the table. I mean, literally
Oh.
on the table.
Don't see how much
How
of
do
a
people-
difference it would make. Eat my soul, the machine's just gonna take over and it's business as usual.
Oh my gosh, she's so fatalistic. I love it.
So as you're saying this, a little kind of like steamboat. I'm thinking of Steamboat Willie here. No, there's no cute little mouse going. No. So actually, what is doing it on this riverboat, which looks pretty, rusted and old, is one of those weird lung creatures that you guys encountered in Canada. So one of those bizarre lung lads, those like kind of living lungs with like limbs sort of like inflated, is like working the wheel. Another one is like kind of off the side being a lookout. There's another one like back by the engine, sort of helping to pull the cord and kind of make it go. And just getting a little Steamboat Willie as it's floating along, and then comes to a halt in front of the outpost. And you guys see inside Monsieur Poumon, Mr. Lung, who you previously helped in Canada.
Not him again.
How did? I have so many questions about how you're here.
Well, my friends, I have the same questions. What are you doing here? But please come aboard. We can talk as we sail.
Oh,
Okay.
hi. We've met before, but I look a little different now. But at some point,
God.
yeah, I'm kind of frightening at the moment. But that's just because this is the real me, so.
I am going to vomit.
It's not.
And I'm gonna vomit up another adorably but weird little lung man. Hold on a moment. Ugh.
God,
Yeah,
what?
see, those things, those aren't edible. Just so everybody understands my limitations here. Like animals have the little things in them; they're not very tasty, but these things are just, no.
Ugh, that's somehow good to know.
I look over to the
That these
professor.
things don't have souls.
I look to the professor. I'm like, Professor, I am so very sorry. You have to deal with any of this.
He's like, my horizons are rapidly broadening. It's quite okay.
I mean, Professor, if there's any reason that you can't handle any of this, just let me know. Just give
No,
me
no,
Hey,
I'm
Lambda?
handling it very well, thank you. Let's get out of here.
Innocent souls are off limits.
Okay. It's not completely innocent.
You
So,
know what I mean, Lambda.
I know. But sometimes I like to think I work by genie rules.
Right.
I have so many questions about all of this.
Oh,
So do I.
it's on our side.
So,
For now,
for now.
Lambda's on our side. Lambda, I'm not so certain.
Ooh, I like that division. Can I start using that?
Go ahead.
Oh, neat. That's so much more clear, I think. Yeah, it's way better than saying they, because they's really been very confusing. Okay,
Just
yeah.
yeah.
See, that's why I like you. You're never near me when I lose control, but I wouldn't hurt you.
I don't want to put that to the test, to be honest.
No, but I like you. Carter.
I don't. I'm lost.
It tries to wink.
Wow. All right, you guys speed off. I think about 10 minutes have passed. Maybe does Lambda go away and Lamb return?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that continues to be weird, and I'm not really that fond of it.
Well, seems to be a recurring thing now.
I mean, I guess it's better than having multiple arms reaching out and trying to destroy everything.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I don't have any lungs anymore.
Okay.
The things that I say and do when I'm like that, I can only kind of remember. It's like when you wake up and you have the dream and everything's really clear, but only for like a minute, and then it all kind of starts drifting.
Right.
Did I say anything really embarrassing?
Only moderately.
Okay. Well, she blushes.
It's all right. In the throes of passion, we say many things that we may or may
Oh
not.
my God, was I in the throes?
Can we not use the word passion, please? Please.
I'm so sorry. Like, I feel like it said something to you, Agent Carter, and I'm
We
sorry.
can just forget about it.
We'll just forget about that. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's not. I'm going under the. Is there an underside here? I could just jump off the boat.
Please do not do that, says Pumon. I would have to make some kind of life preserver out of a lung.
I'm so embarrassed right now.
Well, you guys sail along down the river. Pretty soon you start nearing your destination. Pumon says, perhaps it is fate that brought you here. Some of the woman who I work for, she is someone else who has suffered like us, another experiment.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yes, she was able, at great difficulty, to break the hold that your government had on her. And now she's creating a sort of a movement to fight back. So, working with resistance here in Balboa and elsewhere. She is very clever, but a dangerous woman as well. Do not cross her.
Fair enough.
Oh, okay. So she's really dangerous and really clever.
That describes her accurately, yes.
Okay.
pretty? Uh, he's like, indeed, in the same way that the female, or the same way that the jaguar is pretty, or a terrible storm, or the hurricane, or the raging volcano. Yes.
Beauty and danger.
Yes.
So she's really dangerous.
Yes.
Okay.
But for the moment, she's on our side, helping the resistance.
That's
Alrighty
good.
then.
Okay. So the riverboat stops at this old, kind of sort of refurbished old, like rubber baron's mansion. So it's like this old, colonial style, like sprawling villa, uh, built on like an island in this part of the river, where there's like kind of the jungle mist, river mist has descended over it, and there's these crumbling like sand colored battlements and walls. There's a big like dock stretching out. um, it has been sort of like refurbished, and people are now like living there. um, there's like you see a bunch of like sort of some rebel soldiers, people who are fighting back against President Mondragon, are kind of like, just hanging out with their rifles, standing guard, relaxing. You see like other women and children, or not other women. You see like refugees, families who have escaped some of Mondragon's like purges and terror that are like hiding out over here. So it's become like so it's sort of a military base, but also a place of safety. As you dock, so you dock, Puman brings you inside, and then you are met by the mistress of the house, who is Musadora Veth, uh, who was Kat's character from our one shot a while back.
Mm-hmm.
So she's, got the same sort of like sheer. I mean, you guys wouldn't have known this, but she hasn't aged a day since 1960, so she looks a lot younger than she is. There is this kind of like ageless beauty about her, um, but definitely looking a little dangerous as well. She's wearing kind of like this sort of all black jumpsuit. She kind of comes down from the balcony of the foyer and comes down the stairs to meet you. And
I thought you were dead.
she's like, "Oh, you're the kid who spotted me when I had one of my episodes, yeah?
Yeah. We talked a few times. You're the taffy lady.
Yeah, that's what you called me. Hey, taffy lady no longer. This girl's got herself her own supply, so I don't have to worry about that anymore."
Well, that's good, I think.
Oh, believe me, it is good. Once those government fuckers can't hold on to you, they can't squeeze you, and that means we can finally start fighting back. It's good to see you. And then she looks over at Carter and she's like, "Well, maybe I spoke too soon."
Have I met
Ed over here?
have I met Musador before or know of her file?
Ooh, give me a quick history check. Dowd Zai, you can do so as well if you want, because you might have heard stuff.
Might
about
as
her.
well give it a shot.
Yeah,
Natural
even if
one.
you got a natural one. Okay, you have no
Nat-
idea who she is. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did Dowd
11?
Zai do?
22.
Oh wow. Okay, you probably read her file at some point. Dr. West might have even mentioned it. Zai, how about you?
11?
Okay, you definitely heard the name. You don't know the details.
Hmm.
My affiliation with the Hermitage is. I don't know what's going to go with this. I'm not here on official business. Let's just say this is more of a pleasure trip for me. Vacation.
Vacation, huh?
It's a personal quest for me.
Even G people get to go on vacation sometimes.
Well, you picked a hell of a place for it. I guess I'll trust you as far as I can. Oh, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
It wasn't my choice.
I suppose not. I think I'll trust you as far as I can throw you.
Not very far, I bet.
Pretty far, pretty damn far. The rest of you, though, Sergeant Dowd, right?
That is my designation.
Actually, I got somebody who you might know. And she kind of like snaps her fingers and calls. She's like, Julia, never going to believe who walked in through the front door. And Julia Dowd, your sister, comes over and joins you.
You again. Seems like I'm meeting you everywhere. But
She's
who
like,
are
well, Ray, I guess I'm a bad penny. But I wasn't expecting you to be here. I came to talk to Musadora because I think she is a way that can help you.
Help me how exactly? I've already been helped once and you can see the result.
That help, I just put a bunch of chains on you, throwing you into the government's attack dog. What Musadora promises is a way to destroy those chains. You can be a human being again.
Human.
What if somebody isn't human to start with?
Vep's like, who's feeding you that line? Is the government doing that? You're a monster. You can only, so you might as well accept a leash around your neck.
I mean, we have pretty good proof that there's something really bad that lives in me.
Yeah. Well, you know what? There's bad things in all of us. Everybody can do bad stuff. Sometimes people like us, it's just, I mean, we didn't ask for it, but it's a little more. Oftentimes, it's not even our fault that we got saddled with it. But I'll tell you what, once you cut that leash and you're free, then you can deal with the monster inside on your own terms. You don't need a government telling you what to do with yourself. You can solve your problems at your own.
If only we were so lucky.
Hey, I was once sitting where you were sitting, pal. And I figured out a solution. I think I can help you as well. Of course, you gotta do something for me in return.
I'm sure.
Yeah, well, I think our goals might align. You guys know Fortress Valhalla, a little ways from here?
Yeah. I've heard
I
of it.
want you to help me destroy it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't happen to have any intel on some of the any of the prisoners in there, would you?
She's like, baby, I think we got a lot to talk about. And I think there is where we're going to bring this episode to a close.
Yeah.
With an old character returning, some new friends being met just in that last moment there. Then also, I mean, plenty of new enemies as well, although I guess one less of them, thanks to Lambda. And yeah, some new changes for the characters, including maybe a chance to escape from the Hermitage for good. So we'll see all of that, including a showdown with the Angels of Death. You killed one of them, they're going to be coming for you. All of that and more in our next episode, which will be same time next week. Ooh, oh, and I should say, this is based, the Righteous Colony and Valhalla are based off of Colonia Dignidad, but I'm changing a lot of stuff about him, including putting in a fictional country, because the actual story is so horrific that I can't use it properly. And there's so much stuff about it that I will not be addressing because it's an X card for me for sure. So I'm not going to put certain aspects of the real Colonia Dignidad into the game, and I'm going to keep a lot of other stuff vague because again, I'm X carding myself on this.
Understandable.
Yeah, I heard there's a Behind the Bastards podcast that I listened to it about it with Paul F. Tompkins. If you want to hear his great voice, that was worth listening to. And there's also a Netflix documentary that I don't know if I can stomach checking it out. It's such a horrible topic, but maybe I'll give that one a watch sometime. I don't know. But anyway, I just want to make sure that I'm sort of I'm keeping the things that need to be X carded. I'll say. So I just want to put that out there. Okay, so on a better note, we'll be here next week with episode 2 entitled "The Angels of Death."
Ooh. On the nose. That scares the crap out of me now. Well, thanks everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're back. We're doing our thing. We survived. Nick got his power back
Yeah.
in the middle of all this.
What he melted.
I was expecting a power outage, not a power lead. You know,
Yeah, so that was good.
I
Um,
know. I'm
so
sure it's not like meltingly hot anymore either.
Well, it's
That's still
90
like-
degrees.
Still 90, all right.
Well, I know, but
Better,
you're
it's better
inside,
than us, for
presumably.
sure.
I'm inside with AC now.
yeah, that's a whole nother. Oh, it's like a whole new world. So
Close your eyes.
I felt me saying that too, Kat, and then when I said it, I was like, shit. But no, seriously, thanks guys.
I
Thanks
tried
for
to sing it off enough that we're not going to have a problem.
No copyright.
and thanks Gray Mouse for hanging out with us again. We're all back and we're all hanging out and we're having a good time. Not gonna
Always
say
nice
are
to
we?
see ya.
We are having a good time. Marvin, you staying cool where you're at?
I'm doing all right. Got my AC going.
Okay,
Last
good,
night
okay.
Was horrible.
Yeah,
though,
the-
power outage.
You're getting some
Good.
outages there, and Michael looks like he's being held captive in a cave,
Yeah,
but
I know.
Doing it of his own volition.
Yeah,
Well,
the
the
choices
computer's
he's
going off,
making
the lights
because he's
coming
a
on,
hick.
or something.
yeah, that's awesome. But you
Robin.
know what? It's all about having a good time, and everybody had a good time. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, we are back next week, unless I won't even put that in the universe. So we will be back next week. We're scheduled to be back next week at 7 p.m. Pacific. So come check us out. We'll be here. Until then, stay at home, go out, hang out with people, play games, do something, right? Because in between these things that you do, sit down, you got to pull up a chair and make
Make
time to
time
tabletop.
to tabletop.
We all have the same 24 hours in a day. We got to make the time for each other. All right. We will see you very soon. Toodles. I think that's my thing.